What's up guys, Dave Egan here, professional drifter and lover of all things automotive. Generally, you can find us doing something a little bit like this. We got an email from Audi Galway saying they've got a very special car that they want us to review over a week. So I'm going to catch up with Nick and see exactly what it is. Hey Nick, what's going on?
Hey Dave, welcome to Audi Galway.
Thanks for having us. So where is this crazy car you're giving us for a week? I don't know, where is it?
It's right here.
This, what is this?
This is the new Audi E-Tron.
E-Tron? An E-Tron, what's the E for?
Electric, fully electric.
Oh, it's like a twin turbo V8 electric kind of, no?
No, fully electric car.
It's not quite what I had in mind, but
Look, don't worry about it, you're gonna love it. So look, let's go down to Porrick and he can run you through everything.
Okay.
Hi Porrick, this is Dave. He's taking the E-Tron for the week.
Hi Dave, good to see you.
Good to see you too. Just a little before we start, I think we've had a bit of a miscommunication here. We don't really take SUVs for a review.
Dave, this is the future of Audi. Have you seen the new e-tron?
It looks good, but I don't know. It's not really what we do. I mean, I'm not sure if you've actually watched any of our videos.
Not particularly, but Nick assures me that they're brilliant.
Okay, is there anything you'd like us to do in particular?
Yeah, look, I've listed a brief here for you, so if you wouldn't mind, have a read through all of that, the areas we want you to cover, and try and bring the car back in one piece.
Okay.
Firstly, we don't do regular car reviews, so I'm going to get through all the regular stuff pretty quick. This is an Audi SUV, and it's brilliant at being an Audi SUV. It does exactly what you think it would. It's spacious, it's got loads of tech. It can pretty much do everything you could want from a vehicle. And I have no issue with that. My issue lies with the fact that it's an electric SUV. And to be honest, more importantly, how electric SUVs are marketed. In many ways, they're always talking about emissions and saving the environment, and that's all great, but it's so boring. Like, I'm a petrol head. A car should be more than just getting from A to B for me. It's got to do what the past has done, and even better. And to be honest, I'm not sure if it can. It says here that the e-tron's Quattro all-wheel drive system is suitable for all terrain. And that's fine to say when these things spend most of their time in a shopping centre car park. That's why we've brought it here, to see exactly what's what. Man, this thing is quick off-road. Whoa, whoa. And this terrain is actually very rough, so it's handling it, as you can see, very, very well. Oh, this looks a bit steep now. Okay, hold on. I need to turn on the off-road mode, and I haven't read the manual, so I have no idea. I'll ring Nick. Let me ring Nick. And I will ask him how to do it.
Hi Nick from Audi Galway.
Nick, how's it going?
Dave here.
Oh hey Dave, how are you getting on with the E-Tron?
Yeah.
Look, everything's going great, Quick question, how do I turn on the off-road mode in the e-tron?
Off-road mode? Well, go into Audi Drive Select
Yeah.
and simply select off-road.
Yeah.
But why would you want
Sweet, no problem. Thank you, bye-bye. Excellent. And now we're in off-road mode. Wow, okay. Absolutely no problem at all for this thing to get up and down hills. I have to admit, it's very capable. That's awesome. Let's see how she handles some puddles. Okay, this is the really deep stuff. Let's see how she gets on here. Okay, I'll admit it. It's every bit as good an off-roader as any off-roader I've ever driven before. But I'm not convinced just yet. I think we need to do another test.
Dave, man, look at this bill face.
No, I'll be okay. I've got something in mind.
After a quick wash, it was time to take the Audi to Mondello Park.
So the guys at Audi Galway have told me that the electric motor in this e-tron is all about increased performance. Now, when I hear increased performance, I automatically assume they want me to take it to a race.
They don't mean take it for a race. You're not even sure to be on the racetrack.
I feel they would be happy with me taking it for a race. I mean, this is a bit of a race car. That's what they're saying about the electric motor. It's a performance car. It should be here on a racetrack.
They absolutely do not mean race it.
Well, look, I'll tell you what, I'll check with them and I'm sure they'll be absolutely fine, all right? One moment.
Hello, Pádraig, Audi Galway.
Pádraig, how are we getting on? Dave here.
Oh, hi Dave, how are you?
Yeah, just a quick question. Are we insured to be on a racetrack with the E-Tron?
Yeah, of course it's insured.
Brilliant, fantastic, thanks.
On a racetrack?
Hello, Dave?
See, I told you we could take it around the racetrack. I'll tell you what, Mr. Director, why don't you, Josh, drive the future, since you're so in love with electric cars, and I'll go grab something from the past that's going to whoop its ass around this track back in a sec.
Wow, this thing is quick! This thing doesn't feel like a 4x4 off-roading car. This actually feels like a proper race car. The acceleration is ridiculous. And the brakes are incredible. And when you're braking, it recharges the car. So if Dave has been sensible, this will give anything he's picked a run for its money. Oh, come on now.
If the future wants a race, this will give it a race. 900 horsepower, V8 supercharged, and it goes sideways all day. Let's see what you got, Audi.
Well, this is barely fair.
Josh, this is a similar car.
I think it's a good comparison to the future of electric motoring.
Dave, it's got a roll cage. It's a race car.
It may be a race car, Josh, but that doesn't really matter. I'll tell you what, let's do a lap. First one back here is the winner. Let's see which is the better
Car, the past, this one, or the future, your car.
First one back to this spot then.
Yes, Josh, that's how a race works. First one back here.
All right then.
Okay, we are ready to race. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
With it being electric, I think I have this off the start line.
Oh, he's got traction from the start. And this is we get to the straight. Here comes 900 horsepower.
Wait, that thing's just way faster.
See you later.
But any means possible, I will.
Hey, can't do that. Can't do that. Just skip the track. I'll catch it, don't worry.
This thing is in dynamic mode and shows that it is a more dynamic car.
This is it, we're near the end. We got him.
Shortcut! Oh my God!
No!
Yes!
No! He cheated. He totally cheated.
What was that? Don't even look at me, just get out of here, just get out. All right, okay. So we tried to trip it up by bringing it off-road and it was brilliant at that, and then we brought it to a racetrack and it beat my 900 horsepower race car because you went off-road, I guess, and took a shortcut. So far, I have no excuse but to think it's great, but I have got another challenge, and it's actually the most important one because uniquely to Ireland, there's one thing that we have in this country that nowhere else in the world has. And you know what that is?
The Irish back road, the real proving ground of any performance car.
So this is where the E-Tron really needs to succeed. An Irish back road, a little bit of rain in the middle of the mountains. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why would I be here? This is the type of place that you would take a sports car on a Sunday, not a 2.5 ton SUV. But I think we've got to stop thinking about this as an electric car. We've got to start thinking of it as just a car. And as a car, it's actually really, really good. I mean, it may be heavy, but the brakes are huge, and all that weight is really, really low down in the chassis, meaning the handling is better than any SUV I've ever driven. I know that sounds like a big claim, but it's incredible. It's an absolutely incredible thing to drive. You can get around the corners with the four-wheel drive system. It's got 60% of the power going to the back, 40% to the front, just like you would in a performance four-wheel drive car. And it doesn't feel like an SUV, and it definitely doesn't feel like an electric car. And I think we've got to stop referring to this as an electric car and just a car, because, I mean, fair enough, you're going to say, Dave, you've got no engine noise. Well, obviously, but was the engine noise in your diesel SUV that nice in the first place? Let's be honest, it wasn't. So after a while you start to forget that, and as you cane it down some roads, it is actually a lot of fun to drive. So as much as I was trying to be against this car from the start, it actually is pretty capable absolutely anywhere.
So, have my deep-seated opinions been changed when it comes to the future of Irish motoring?
We've had the Audi E-Tron for a couple of days, and to be honest, as a true petrol head, I was always scared of the future of motoring and electric power, but to be honest, I'm running out of excuses. We threw everything at this car over the last couple of days. We tried to make it an off-roader, we tried to make it a track car, we tried to make it a sports car, and it pretty much excelled at all of them. And probably the only thing I could take away from it is that this particular spec and model, it's a little bit conservative for me. What I'd like is something a little darker, a little sportier, you know, that's my style. But look, you can't have it every way. Or you can, you absolutely can. Audi Galway and the new E-Tron, it's a thumbs up from us.